ultra high quality dome security camera, 4K, 8 megapixel, indoor outdoor IP66 water enclosure and 3.6 millimeter wide angle lens, H.265 compression and power over the internet, PoE, plug and play with power NVR. So now I'm going to show you the details, how the camera works and how we're going to configure this for the first time. Now we can see the camera is well sealed, so it's perfect for outdoor, snow, rain, or you can be used indoor. If we're looking right in the back, very important is information that we're going to need later on. Model number, we see IP address, DHCP, it means it's a dynamic IP address. Username, admin, password 123456. Anyway, show you the instructions. But if you wonder how we're going to do that, how we're going to figure out the address, I'm going to give you a little secret how we're going to do that. We're going to download a software available on the website to search for the camera. Now the camera is powered over the internet, means it's going to be powered through either RJ45 or 12 volts. So if you're going to power through a RJ45, it requires either through a DVR or a special writer. They will send 12 volts to here. So now if I plug my RJ45, mine is not powered over the internet. So there is no light coming in here. That means there's no power. If you have the right cable and the right switch, this will light up, means you send power to the camera. But we're going to supply 12 volt power supply, not supply with this camera. You have to buy that from the manufacturer. We plug it in and automatic we see the light blinking. Now we are connected to the camera. Now what we get with the camera, simple. We get the sticker and it shows you exactly what you need to make the hole, so no guessing installing it. Comes with the screws, comes with the seal with that RJ45 cable, so no water will go in the connection. A full configuration manual, we're going to do that in a second, show you how to do that, all the tips. Windows CD, a product card care with more information, and a quick installation and how to configure the DVR. So now we need to install the memory. So the Allen key is supplied with the camera, so we need to remove the 3 screws. All right, so now we're going to open the camera. It has a safety wire, so this will not go anywhere in case you put this already in the ceiling or anywhere in the wall. Now we can see right over here we have the micro SD card. So go ahead and install the memory there. You will configure that from the main software. And then if you want to tell this, simple, there is actually 2 screws, but I'm going to lose only one. It seems one is enough. Loosen one this side, and now we can move this camera and we can tilt it. By the way, that's all the night vision. And if you see when you plug it, there's no light indicating, and maybe that's what you want. You don't want people to figure out the camera is on or not. So people can see it and they don't know. Maybe they think it's off because there's no indicating light. So we set this, so we're gonna set it there. We tie this, not too crazy. That's it, do not remove this, all right? And that's it, we close it and we get this camera back into watertight. All right, so now let's move to the configuration. So we are ready. So the first thing we need to do is download the search tool that's available on the website. And now I will allow you to find simple and easy the camera. So when you download it and install it, we click and right away it should show up. You can still search for it, but as you see there, it shows up the camera. What is nice, allow me to, if I have multiple cameras, and automatically click on the camera, refresh it one again, and we can see that Piracha 192, 168, that 151, at least that one my name will set up the camera app. See here we can rename the camera, we can reboot the camera, we can upgrade the firmware, we can change password, we can change IP, we can do a lot of things from this side, and you can do multiple cameras all in once. And we have the full information, and we can change the password or information. We right click on it and we're going to open a Windows and show you the live camera. So let's go ahead and open that in a second. And we can see right over there, the camera is working. This is a way to test it. Right, it looks real nice. But there's not a lot of control here. We got to start the configuration. So we see right there it's working fine. My camera is working. I need to configure. Give me the time and everything. We need to fix that. So at that point, load up your preferred browser, either Unix, Linux, or Windows, and that's what we see. We're going to be typing the IP address. Remember, the IP address was 151. So we type the IP address around the top, and then username with admin and password with 123456. Or if we change it on the main software, like the first configuration I show you, we can change the password there, or we can do it from here. So we log in and we see the first screen, real nice time, day information. Now right in this side, those will not work, at least not for this camera, but those are to move the camera. This is a camera will not move, right? So we don't need to worry about that. We can see the alarm, we can see the configuration and preview, and the alarm is on because it's showing a movement, right? It detects something, so it showed me an alarm. We can configure all that. So let's click configuration. And right away, we can see, we can change the brightness, we can change the contrast, saturation, we can change all those things. But we need to fix that. So we're going to fix that right now. So we need to do a horizontal flip. One more flip, and that's it. That's done. So at this point, maybe you need to do that. Depends where you put the camera. For my case, that's the only thing. There's not many things you need to change here. Again, the camera works as it's out of the pack. You config, put the new password, and it's done. Save it, and that is being updated. Again, we can change the time. You can see here we can change the resolution. We can change the frame rate. There is a lot of configuration we can do. Right now we see it's in 4K, so we can do all that configuration. And again, we see that, and we can change beyond that point. You can do a lot of configuration on this camera, but we leave everything as default. Again, you can change the text. So if you have camera 1 pointed back the store, from the store, camera 1, camera 2, you can do all those things in the camera. Something like network, we can change IP address. We decide as dynamic IP. But if we want, we can set up in a static IP. You can do that too. Even I use my DNS server. I use Google DNS, but you can set in static IP and change that. Now, different ports. Now you can again to scanning by the phone. And as you see here, we can even do a little test and make sure the camera works fine. We're going to click right now and see, and everything should pass. See, everything works perfect. The PTC, we're not going to do that, not at least not for this particular camera. All right, we can also go into the vents, and we can see the vent, right? And we at that point now in the vents, we can set up the storage, and we can set up the storage to record the whole entire day, record during the night, record during the day. It has all these things you can do right on the storage of the camera. Now remember, the storage, it will automatically erase after it gets full. It's what they call the loop format. So eventually when the card is full, it will delete the older file. Okay? And you can set this, and now remember, we can set 2 streams. We can set one during the day, and we can set sub stream. It's maybe at night. That's a different configuration now. So and it's pretty simple, because technically I config this real time. As recording this video, I've been doing all the changes, but soon you plug it in, it works. Now sure, if you got a DVR, if you got the system that made to record the camera, you don't need to do anything, because all being configured from the main unit. So with this, we complete the tutorial. It was pretty simple to install and configure the camera for the first time. Thank you.